ça veut dire beaucoup. C'est un match que si on doit gagner, c'est sûr. On doit récolter des points, ça c'est sûr. On ne sait jamais qu'est-ce que va arriver l'autre match, mais la pression c'est sur nos épaules. Mais habituellement, on fait bien quand on a beaucoup de pression sur nous. Alors, pour moi, je suis confiant qu'on peut aller à Atlanta et trouver 3 points. Et on a commencé la saison. C'est pas qu'on jouait très mal, mais il y avait des pièces qui ne marchaient pas. Et on a ajusté des choses, puis avec le temps, tu vois qu'une équipe va faire bien s'ils se connaissent bien sur le terrain. Comme tous les autres matchs, au début, défensivement, on doit être très solide. Comme les derniers 10 matchs qu'on a eus, je pense qu'on n'a pas accordé beaucoup de buts. Si on reste défensivement très solide dans notre bloc, on a des pièces offensives qui peuvent trouver des solutions, pour trouver de l'espace et pour marquer des buts. Alors, on doit essayer d'être très patient, pas jouer leur jeu d'ouvrir le match et on va trouver les moyens de marquer. Yeah, it's the last game of the season. It's one of the biggest games of the season, which makes this, the sum up of the season pretty exciting. It was a hard-fought season with 8 teams in the league, and although Carolina did well to take off, I think near the end there, every team is very closely matched. Yeah, we had ups and downs, like every team does, season after season. We finally got things working well, and we're happy and we're confident going into the last game.
Yeah, personal. I mean, it's been a roller coaster season by far. With all the changes that's come and some of the losses that we've taken and the points that we missed out on, it's very frustrating to realize that we could have 4 extra points right now with a couple of games and be 1 foot in the door in the playoffs with a win against Atlanta. So overall, it's been very frustrating, but I'm happy how the team's come together after all the changes and everything that's happened. I think we've been the best team in the last third of the season. With the last 10 games, 12 games, we've only lost 2 games and had our fair share of wins. So I'm very happy about the team and how they've come together. And I think that we're, hopefully if we get into the playoffs, I think we'll be the team to beat.
I think that I personally would not like to know the score of the Minnesota game as I'm playing. Maybe after the game, that's fine. But I think during the game, yeah, it could be a distraction. If we keep on looking at what Minnesota is doing, then of course it's going to take us away from what we need to do. Yeah, it's just that that we demand a lot from each other. Yeah, times we'll yell at each other and then give each other positive criticism. But that's part of the game, and we're learned to get to the next play. But we acknowledge each other's mistakes and great things that we do, but we also push ourselves in the right direction. Oh yeah, of course you have to. If you don't, that means there's something wrong with you. But I think everybody's up for it. The whole team's excited about this game. So I think we're going in with the right mentality.
Yeah, I think not just mine. The whole team's confidence is in a good point right now, and we're on a good run right now, and we need to continue that. 1 game left, and we want to go out with a flurry. So. It's an important game for us, obviously. We know we need a little help from Carolina, but we feel like if we take our chances against Atlanta, we have a good shot. I think so, yeah. I think we've proven over the last couple of weeks that we can play with anyone in this league, and we're on good form right now. So our confidence is high, and we feel like if we get into the playoffs, then we can make a run at this thing, and we fully expect to do so. Yeah, I think this is a place where everyone wants to be to play soccer. They get good crowds. It's a great organization, and they treat their players right. So, that's why I think a lot of guys are showing well right now. It's either show well or it's time to go home. So, it's definitely a place everyone wants to be.
Yeah, the way we started out, losing so many games and drawing a bunch of games at the start of the season, dug ourselves a huge hole. And to be at the final game of the season now and actually have a chance to continue playing into the playoffs, depending on what our result does and the other result does, it's an unbelievable accomplishment already. But we're not ready to pat ourselves on the back just for getting back into contention. We actually want to get into the playoffs, and we want to make some noise in the playoffs. Personally, I came in with expectations that I'd be the number 2 behind Bill. Unfortunately he went down with an injury. As soon as I stepped on the field, especially in Montreal, the fan support has been unbelievable. Playing in front of 12, 13,000 fans every game, and always having your back regardless of how we were doing, through the tough times, through the good times. That's really been a memorable situation for me.
Non, le moral est excellent. Je pense que à la fin, le dernier match de la saison a quand même une importance. S'il y a 1 mois et demi, 2 mois, je pense que beaucoup de monde pensait qu'on n'était pas dans les séries. Alors pour nous, on a tellement fait pour se rendre dans cette position. C'est sûr qu'il y a quelques matchs où on pouvait quand même récolter plus qu'1 point. On ne l'a pas fait, mais à la fin, on s'est dit qu'on a tout fait pour arriver à ce moment-là. Et je pense que maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'on a à contrôler, c'est notre match. Après les autres matchs, on ne peut pas contrôler ça. Le message, c'est que vous avez travaillé fort pour ça, vous méritez d'être là dans les séries. Et j'espère que ce match-là va représenter un autre match qu'on aura du succès pour rentrer dans les séries. Mais comme j'ai parlé aux joueurs cette semaine, cette loyauté, cette confiance qu'on a maintenant en eux, c'est incroyable. Si je dois penser à une équipe pour aller au dernier match, c'est eux que je veux aller avec. Et je pense qu'il y a cette fidélité entre eux aussi, il y a cette confiance entre eux. Ils sont prêts à se sacrifier un pour l'autre. Et pour faire face à un dernier match, c'est ça qu'on veut. Well, I think that the message has been that we can control our performance. And up until now, our message has been solidarity, our message has been control your performance. If we perform well, the results take care of themselves. Now, for the last game, of course, we do have to have a certain aspect of following the other game because it depends as well on tactics. If we're both tied at a certain point in the game and we need to chase it and change my tactics, we need to do that. But then all of a sudden, if Minnesota gets scored on, we need to know that as well because then we have to defend our tie. So, of course, that we need to follow the other game. The players don't. The players have to only control their performance on the field. But as a staff as well, we need to have all the elements in place to control and manage the other game as well. The players have put so much emphasis on trying to make the playoffs, and we were in a very difficult situation. We've put ourselves, I think, in a good situation because this game means something. At a certain point in time in the season, we never felt that these games were going to mean something, and they've worked hard for this moment, and I think their total concentration is on going and trying to win the game in Atlanta.